Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna slow me down. Oh no, I've got to keep a moving. Hello, how you doing? Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. What's up, Casey? Brought my keyboard out tonight. We're gonna back. Me. You look nice this evening. Thank you, Swan. You look better. Look better. I know I can't see you, but I can sense you. Me. Should we write a song? This is my dogs are in the background going crazy like they always do. Wouldn't be a show at all without these animals. Yeah, guys, if you have anything interesting that happened to you today or anything like that, go ahead and throw that up there. We can do a rundown real quick with the news, but nothing really going on in the news. It's the same old, same old. Same old. I will tell you one thing. We do have a lot of pushback on this $1.8 billion slush fund that Trump's trying to push through to give the January 6 people. Yeah, it's looking more and more like that ain't happening. You got Republicans jumping on board now saying no. And they canceled, they went home. They went home until the beginning of June because they didn't want to deal with it. So something tells me that little $1.8 billion slush fund is a no-go. So yes, a win for humanity. It's not official yet, but I can see the writing on the wall. Nobody wants to touch this. Had what's his name? I don't know the guy's name. A Republican came out today and what did he call it? Something. He called it something on stilts. Stilts on stupid, stupid on stilts, or something like that. Your music is so beautiful. All my best sellers. You go get them, Fight Club. Fight Club glasses. Well, it wouldn't be called a Tilted Thursday unless I took a gummy. Got to take one of those. Haven't fed these animals yet, so could be good TV. Could be good TV. Hey, Biggs, how you doing? You want to say hello to everybody? Yeah, you want to come up here and get my shirt all dirty? Yeah, is that what you want to do? Yeah, that's all you want to do? Okay. And you're going to put her head in your mouth? And snip her butt on camera? Okay. All right. So I'll go get those gummies. Give me 1 second. Kyle Busch. All right. Oh, got some action here. Got a few games. Don't have any puppets out here. I think that was my keyboard turning itself off. Fart in the mic. What kind of tree is that? I don't know. Did you hear about Kyle Busch? No, I didn't hear about Kyle Busch. What happened? What happened to Kyle Busch? Don't tell me he died. I don't need any more people dying. This is what we'll be taking tonight. I foresee many shits in your future. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fortune teller coming in here. You got 3 dogs running around in the back. I foresee a lot of shits. Kyle died. Uh, I mean, I'm not a big NASCAR follower, but I know that that name is a big name. I know that's a big name. You had Kyle and you had Kurt, right? That sucks. That really sucks. I'm going to take a moment to, send some positive energy Kyle Busch's way and his family. Kyle Loftus also passes away. Look up Kyle Busch. It's shocking. What happened to him? You're right. Yeah, dang Power Gang douchebag. The owner of the 1320. Man, well, I'll look it up. I mean, I didn't know much about Kyle. I know he was a prolific athlete and racer. Very well known. Won a lot of races. So yeah, that always sucks. I don't know what happened to him, but hopefully his family will, be able to pull through this and move forward. Them glasses are fine. Fire. Thank you. 2 NASCARs died in guys died in 3 months. Oh. Well, that makes me wonder what the third one's going to be. Y'all know the old saying, how deaths come in threes. I mean, I think personally that's selective memory. I think that we look for the deaths after we see 1 or 2 of them. Oh, who's next? And then we find out it was a third one. Yeah, death usually comes. He had a crash back in December and hasn't been right since he shot himself, according to a police scanner link. He shot himself? Oh, guys. I hate that shit. I hate when we read about suicide. I hate when we read about any death. But I really hate suicide. I mean, I get it. I get suicide, especially, today's world. I understand people feeling helpless and whatnot, but I'm not even going to attempt to guess what was going on in his mind. I'll read up on it. I'll read up on it tonight, and I'll bring it up in the rundown tomorrow, and we'll talk about it then. But, yeah, that sucks, guys. I want to reach out to you guys and let you know that, I've been popping up these streams, and sometimes I just come on these streams and I really don't have anything planned. And they turn into things, and we wind up having a good time, or these streams wind up going 2 hours sometimes. And I just want to thank every one of you for coming in here, and the subs have been off the charts lately. And if y'all keep it up, I'm going to hit my goal of 5K well before the end of the year. So I want to thank you. In case you're wondering what I'm drinking, it is Milo's sweet tea in a bottle. And I have my water. And I have this Looper Strawberry Kush, 10,000 milligrams. These are 500 milligrams each. 500 milligrams a piece. And we'll do 500 tonight. We'll see what happens. Wife's gonna come home, I'm gonna be trashed. And she's gonna be like, what the hell? See what happens. Right? It reminds me of I watched that movie the other night. We bought a zoo, and they had this classic line in it where they used it twice. Where somebody says, "Why did you buy this place?" When they bought the zoo, and he said, "Why not?" And at the end, when he met his wife, who's passed, I'm not going to ruin it. But anyway, why not, right? Sometimes that's a good enough answer. It's a scientific experiment. Yes. She probably won't be surprised. Yeah. Calling me out. I appreciate it, man. You're right. Can't bullshit a bullshitter. I'll try to keep my cussing on the DL tonight. Or today. What is it, today or tonight? She probably won't be surprised. Good on you. And you chose the number all. For all you young folks, check on and talk to your mom and dad often as you can. Time is passing by, and they can get lonely. David, that's a good comment right there. Check up on your loved ones. Always. And there's Swan. I was trying to think if anything interesting's happened. Oh, I just watched, guys, finally. I didn't know anything about it. I just pulled it up and watched it. It was the Ronda Rousey fight. I guess it was Saturday night. I don't know, sometime this past week. She had a fight on Netflix. And yeah, it was pretty good up until her fight. When it got to her fight, I was just like, what just happened? My kids live my kids live about 10 minutes away and want to come by. From me? They want to come by your house? I'm not a perfect person. I never meant to be. I'm not a perfect person. What am I trying to sing? The Reason. The Reason, yes. Jimmy Eat World. That reminded me of it for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it starts like that and it has other piano in it. I don't know. That was a great song. Who was a fan of that song, The Reason? I know that they played the crap out of it, man. Once it got on mainstream adult contemporary radio, yeah, you'd want to turn that thing off because, I mean, that's one of those songs that they played a lot. And sometimes it'll wear itself out. Not Jimmy Eat World. Oh, who did The Reason? Hoobastank. Wait, was it Hoobastank? Or was it? It was Hoobastank, right? Yeah. Okay. I get those two mixed up sometimes. I don't know why. I've seen both of them in concert. I saw Jimmy Eat World one time at a concert, and it was man, what a show they put on. Saw Jimmy World, and I think I may have seen those two at the same concert actually. Hooba Stank and Jimmy World. I think I did. I think I saw them at the New Daisy downtown many decades ago. Jeez, I don't even say years anymore. It was decades ago. Yeah, I think I saw those two in concert together. That was pretty cool. How you doing, Irish Cream? Is it Irish Cream Spring Green? I have changed my will, and they're not getting a damn thing. Dude, you would look amazing as a trans. Why can't I escape you guys? You know, the guys who come in here every night and they're every day and it's getting less. It's getting less. I'm not going to lie to you, but I don't understand. What would possess somebody to come in here and say you would make a great transsexual person? Well, I mean, maybe one day I'll do it. Maybe I'll dress up one day. Maybe I'll go to do a drag show. Would y'all like to see that? Would y'all like to see me dress up as a woman and go to a drag show? You know what? I'd be willing to do that shit because I'm all about adventure. I don't care. I don't care if anybody sees me dressed up in a dress. I don't really do that, just so you know. But I wouldn't be opposed to doing it. Who cares? Who cares? We get dressed up for Halloween every year, right? I went to a drag show one time. It's a true story. As my keyboard sings to me. Yeah, well, why would I go to a drag show if you're a straight male? You know, we were out one night. It was over in Overton Square. And we had gotten rid of, I know a lot of y'all don't know what the hell I'm talking about, Overton Square, but it's in Midtown. And I think we had been to the, oh my God, there's a club there. I don't know. But it was late. Club was getting ready to close. And, you know, we were coming out and somebody told me about, it was actually one of my straight friends who told me about, oh man, they got a drag show over here. And it was right next to the club where we were at. So I was like, fuck it, let's go. And we went. It was pretty cool. I had a good time. Nobody messed with us. Wasn't nobody grabbing liver cheese's butt. There wasn't anything weird going on. You know, it was just a good time. It was just people there having a good time. I didn't get drugged or anything and wake up the next day unable to walk. Nothing like that happened. We're so damn afraid of everybody these days, and I don't get it, man. I recall that being a pretty cool night. It opened my eyes up a little bit, you know. We oftentimes went to a lesbian club. There was a lesbian club in Memphis. I wish I could remember the name of it, but we went to that one quite often. And we didn't mess with anybody there. We just went to dance. We went to dance and hang out, and they had cheap beer. We had a good time. I don't know why I'm sharing all this with you. I mean, it doesn't matter one way or another, but I just wanted to let you know. As they drill something back here. I don't know what they're drilling. Marry me. Mike, you look tough. Liver cheese has had his gummy. Hey, Swan. Oh, you're letting Tyson know liver cheese has had his gummy, huh? Tyson, how you doing, brother? How you doing, man? I got a question for you guys. Let's take this time to critically think for a minute. Here we go. Here's the question. All right, guys. I don't know if you can read it. It's backwards on mine. Can you read it, or is it forward? I hate it that I can't tell. I'm looking at it. It's backwards. Can you read it? No. So it is backwards to you too? Okay. Then I'll read it to you. Okay, here's the question. What event in your life taught you the most about yourself? What single event in your life taught you the most about yourself? I think that's a good question. Um, I mean, I have a few. But what I go to automatically is the loss of my dad. That taught me a lot about myself. I hate to bring the party down, but yeah, that taught me a lot about myself. It taught me I was so scared, you know. I was so scared. My dad had been my rock, and he'd always been there, and then he just wasn't there, you know. And I was 28 years old, 29, and I just living my life, you know, and had no sign of it. So yeah, it taught me about myself. It taught me that I'm stronger than I thought I was. You know, I didn't think I was going to be able to make it without him. Had to keep the family together. Had to keep the finances in order and all that. And I did. I took care of all that. So let me read some of y'all's. There's a train coming by right now. One of these dogs back here took a dump back here somewhere, and I keep smelling it, and I keep checking my shoes. All right, I'm gonna read some of these. How you doing, Sleepy Time? Pee-wee! Yeah, man. I was going to the loss of my mom and being at her bedside when she passed. Yeah, see, I think a lot of us probably went in the same direction there. If you didn't, don't feel bad. When my dad passed away, it taught me that I was more sharing and forgiving than I thought I was with all my siblings. It's good stuff. I can't believe Kyle Busch passed away unexpectedly, a NASCAR legend. Yeah, we were talking about that a minute ago. Polk City, Florida in the house. Polk City, Florida in the house. Polk City. Polk City, I'm going to give you a special welcome. Welcome. Well, no, that's the wrong key. Hang on. Welcome, Polk. Oh, no. Welcome, Polk. Welcome, Polk City. Oh, I give up. Welcome, Polk City. Sorry you had to listen to that. I've had a few critical events. The most important was being temporarily paralyzed and in a wheelchair. I'm very determined and mentally strong. I can walk again, but I live in constant pain. Who's that? Who is that? The New York and Kitty Cat. Okay, well, look. Thank you for coming in here and sharing that that tragic moment that happened in your life there. I mean, I wish I could put myself in your situation and to see. No, I don't. I'm happy that I'm not in your situation, but I like to try to put myself. When people ask me a question or they talk about a story like that, I'm going to take a minute and I'm always going to try to put myself into your shoes to see how you felt and how you would feel going through that. But I'm just going to tell you, it looks like you're doing great. It looks like you're doing great on your own, and I'm sorry you're in constant pain. That fucking sucks for anybody. Oops, there goes the F-bomb. Yeah, it sucks. I got a gummy here for you. If you want one of these, I can throw it across the airwaves. These do help a little bit. I'm sure that your pain is a lot worse than anything that a gummy can take care of. But hopefully that's all I think about. I want you to You know, when I hear about people that go through these big medical procedures or have a big accident or something, the first place I go to is, are you in pain and are you able to manage the pain? And I hope that you are able to manage the pain, at least most of the time. But it says you're in constant pain, so I don't know. Hang out with us and maybe we can make you laugh. I don't know. Maybe laughter can help you out a little bit. I wish I could take it from you. I really do. I wish I could take it from you. But I love you. Okay, so hang in there. Cocoa, Florida here. You got Florida in the house. That's 2 Floridas. Thumbs up. Chicago here. Let me tell you something about Chicago. Okay, we get a lot of visitors from Chicago down here to Memphis. We do. When I was going downtown and shooting a lot of audit videos down there, I met so many people from Chicago, and I'm not gonna lie to you, every damn one of them that I met and I talked to, they were great. They were great. They loved Memphis. They talked about how much they loved Memphis. They loved their city. They didn't like the way their city gets its name dragged through the mud, just like Memphis. So, we kind of have something in common, even though Chicago's like 18 times bigger than Memphis is. You're still going through a demonization of your city, because everybody talks about how dangerous Chicago is, how you'll get killed if you turn down the wrong street. And I just don't think it's that way. I know you guys have your problems just like we do, but we see past all that negativity and all that BS. So welcome, Chicago. High Springs, Florida in the house, home of Jenny Springs, first time here. This is the Breaks. I like your screen name, man. I like that a lot. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello on this weird and wonderful channel. I'll sum it up for you. What if you're thinking about subbing the channel? I'll sum it up for you guys as best I can. I'm a First Amendment auditor. My videos were shadow banned. I didn't want to lose my channel, and I've always been about love and freedom, kindness. But something's happened to me in my life that I've seen the light, and I want us to get on the same page as far as like just being a kind person. We don't have enough kind people. And I can't be a lot of things, man, but I can be kind. I can't donate money to my favorite causes. There's a lot of things I can't do. But what we do in here, I like what I see happening, because we take people from all sides. And we get past all the name calling and BS. And, we goof off and have fun. Sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes we talk about real stuff. But we respect one another. So that's what I'm about. So anything could happen on here. I mean, and anything usually does happen. Sometimes I'll bring out puppets. Sometimes my dogs will act crazy and do stuff. Sometimes I'll get paranoid. Sometimes we'll write a song. We'll ask questions like that question that we asked a minute ago. Sometimes trivia. Just come on in, man. Come on in. We need you, okay? Hello from North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Take your shirt off. Twist it around your head. Spin it like a helicopter. I'm going to have to do that anytime someone says they're from North Carolina. Sorry. I grew up in that era. I was DJing when that song came out, so. I watched my brother take his last breath in 2009. I watched my dad and his best friend take their last breath in 2017, and watched my mom take her last breath in 2020. Well, sleepy time, that would seem horrible. And it is in a lot of ways horrible. But I think you understand sleepy time when I would tell you that there's also something beautiful about that. Something beautiful about the fact that you were able to be there in the room with them. A lot of people don't, they don't get that opportunity. And I'm sure you understand that. But yeah, that's a lot to go through, man. That's a lot to go through. I remember I watched my grandmother. She was the first. She's the only one, actually, now that I think about it, that I've actually seen pass away. She waited for me. I was at work, and everybody told me she's about to go, and I was at work 30 miles away, and I said, tell her to hang on, tell her to hang on. I get off, and when I got off, I rushed to her house and went in, and she was on hospice care. But yeah, she waited for me. She waited for me. I went in, I told her I loved her, and I sat there and watched her take her last breath in front of my father. So, and it wasn't easy watching him see her, because he was a mama's boy. He was definitely a mama's boy. But it was hard to watch her go. But I was honored to be there and have my dad's back, you know. So yeah, that in itself is a good thing, you know, that you were able. And actually, my grandmother, I'm not gonna lie, you would think that would be a traumatic thing. It wasn't. You know, it was hospice care. They did a great job. They did a great job, and it was actually kind of peaceful. It was actually kind of peaceful for me. I'm sure it wasn't to my father, but for me, I saw it, and it was the first time I'd ever seen it actually happen. And it did something beautiful to me, I think. Because you always think about it and you picture it and you think it's going to be this horrible experience, you know, and it just wasn't that for her. She took one big last breath, and then she just wasn't there. And I just remember thinking, wow, you know, we just saw somebody's soul, you know, leave their body. And whatever your beliefs are on the afterlife, you know, I felt like that she had moved on to wherever. It's a better place than where she is here. That's the way I thought. So, or maybe she just closes her eyes and it's like a long sleep. I don't know. That's why I'm agnostic. But no, I like to think that she's out there, and my dad's out there doing wonderful things, maybe looking down on me, maybe wondering about some of my life choices, but at the end of the day, I think that they understand that my heart is in the right place, and they're smiling. They're smiling. Nine Cat is a meme. You probably don't know what it is. The username isn't an abbreviation. You can just call me. Call if you want. I have the green to hell, LOL. R.I.P. Kyle Busch, absolutely. R.I.P. Kyle. We got a cardboard stand of him at my work by the beer. You should go grab that. You should go grab that. Talk to your boss about that cardboard cutout tomorrow. Sleepy time, thank you very much. North Carolina here. Hey guys, yeah, I got hurt in 2018 moving those big rolling toolboxes after my dad passed, and still in pain every day myself. I haven't been right since, but I will live. Yep. And you got to get that dog mentality, like the dogs. You know how we talk about dogs and how a dog will wake up with 3 legs. If a dog woke up with 3 legs, it would just get up. You know, a dog, it would probably look at its leg for a minute and go, oh, well, that's weird. And then what would it do next? I want to go outside, and it would figure out real quick how to walk on 3 legs. Easier said than done, but I'm telling you, we can learn a lot from these dogs. A whole lot from them. They live for the moment. They live for the moment. They love one another, and they live for the moment. They don't hold grudges. They're, you know, they've got it figured out. Well, but also they get their meals provided for. So maybe that has a slight reason. Maybe that's one of the reasons that they enjoy their lives so well. They don't have to worry about where their food's going to come from. You know what I mean? This country, we could do that. We could do that. All right. You are law enforcement. You are law enforcement officer. Wow, man. You talk about misreading somebody, brother. No, that ain't me, man. I'm only 20. I feel like I'm more mature than most of the people that I know and the customers I have. Trauma and other events in life really shaped me and hardened me. I'm a very empathetic, kind person. That right there. Hey, you better have subbed this channel. You better be a sub for this channel, because I'm telling you, you're meant to be here. You're absolutely meant to be here. And we talked about this the other day. We were talking about how when people are young, they can have traumatic events in their life as a child that can really destroy their lives moving forward. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. And you know, they'll get a lot of times people, oh, why don't you just get over those things? Well, that's an unempathetic thing to say, and it's terrible, because everybody gets over their own trauma at different rates. All right, if a little girl or a little boy was molested or something when they were a child, and you're telling them at age 50 even to get over those things, then it's not a very nice thing. You know, you need to reconsider the way you approach other people about things like that, because everybody heals differently. But what I was going to say was, there are a few people, there are some exceptional people out there who turn their trauma into making themselves a wonderful person. You know, I've never told anybody this before, but when I was a kid, I went through a lot. You know, I went through a lot of trauma as a kid. I'll just say spousal abuse. You know, there was my mom. You know, she kind of got. You know, there were some bad things that happened to her, and I saw it, and I was there for it. And you know, I remember hearing a fireman one time say to my mom when they came over to, you know, break up a fight or whatever, and I was hiding in the closet. You know, I went and hid in the closet, and I remember hearing the fire department guy was telling me to come out. He was like, come on out, everything's okay. And I remember him telling my mother that what trauma can do to a kid at that age, you know, that they're screwing me up, and that he was absolutely right. But I'm going to tell you something, guys. I took that trauma and to a different place, because, you know, everybody was like, oh, he's going to wind up hitting on women. You know, he grew up around a stepfather who beat up his mom. He's going to grow up being a violent person towards women. And it made me the exact opposite. It made me the complete opposite. Like, I'm sickened by that, you know, when I see that kind of behavior, someone beating on a woman or whatever, and it's disgusting. So to you, New York kitty cat, that's all I can read. That's what I'm going to call you, NY Kitty. Thank you for being that kind of person, because you're a special kind of person. If you can take that trauma and turn it around and make yourself a stronger individual. At your age, you got the world ahead of you. Okay, the world ahead of you at 20. I mean, your entire life, you can do whatever you want to do. You seem like a very, very intelligent 20-year-old. Can I offer you one little bit of advice, though? You say you're an empathetic person. I just want you to understand that I've known wonderful women, strong women throughout my life who they were kind-hearted people. And I had to sit back and watch these wonderful, kind-hearted women get taken advantage of by slimy snake men. All right, I mean, it's going to happen. They're at least going to attempt to do it. And you may know all this. You could be like liver cheese. You're preaching to the choir. They ain't gonna, I'm not gonna, because a kind-hearted person, what you want to do, you have it in your heart that you want to fix other people. You want to reach out and you want to fix others. It's just a natural thing. And never stop that. Always be that way. Always be that way. Really? Yeah? Did you get it out? Okay. Always be that way. But and don't let a man come along and you can't fix them. And you try and you try and you try and you go, oh, that person's got a great heart. I know I can fix them. And they string you along and take advantage of you. Do not allow that to happen. You're a much too strong of a person, and your kind of heart is a special kind of heart. Don't let anybody else make that heart hard. Don't do it. I know outside circumstances can do that, but don't let a man ever do that. Ever. I've seen it so many times in my life. And it's more upsetting every time, especially when the kind-hearted person changes, because so many people have taken advantage of them. Never let the snakes take your brightness. Continue to shine light on the world, and you can't save everybody. There, I'll give you that. That's a good one. You can't save everybody. Can't save everybody. Look at, I get a 20-year-old in here. All I want to do is talk to the 20-year-old. Just trying to give her some solid life advice, I want her to be successful. I want all of us to be successful. If I was 20 years old in this world, I'm not going to lie, I'd be a little intimidated. I'd be looking around me going, man, where the hell's the love? I don't know if I want to live in this. But, you know what? It would be nice if I could actually hear myself. What are you doing? What are you barking at, dude? Dude, what are you barking at? Come here. What are you barking at? Oh, I'm fixing to go. Mose, get out of here. All right. I'm gonna have to skip a whole bunch of these. All right. I'm sorry. I just am, because I got caught up in the wonderful 20-year-old who's got her whole life ahead of her, and I'm trying to pump her up and make her. She's gonna be fired up. She's going to remember these conversations. If you guys have any advice for her, throw it out there. Throw it out there too. And I think you're going to be okay. At the end of the day, I come in here and I scream, sky's falling, everybody. But at the end of it, we're talking about kindness. And in my heart, I'm telling you guys, and I've been right on a lot of things politically lately, a lot. We're going to be okay. I know it. I feel it. They're not going to be okay, because I'm getting ready to... Who am I kidding? I would never raise a hand to one of my dogs. We enjoy a good spirited debate. Yes, Big K. I feel so disappointed in people that can't respect different values. People that want power will get what they want, but it doesn't last forever. They lose power in the end. It's inevitable. Well, the real power, New York Cat, is it's love. That's the real power. Love and kindness. No one can take those things away from you. You know what I mean? The government can come and they can take your money, they can take your house, they can take all that stuff if they really wanted to. But no one can take your kindness. No one. And to me, if I pass away with $0 in my account, I'll at least pass away with a lot of love in my heart, and that I've spread that out to other people. So it's not all about chasing the paper. We talk about that in here all the time. I don't think a man is somebody that has you know, is a millionaire or has a whole bunch of money, a bunch of cars, a bunch of, oh, well, that's because you don't have it, liver cheese. No, I don't have it. But I'm going to tell you, I've seen people who have had it. I've been around people who have had it. And most of the time, they're not very fucking happy. Sorry, I had to throw that F-bomb in there because that one deserved it. Most of the time, they're not very happy people. And a lot of times it's because of what they've had to do to get to the top. You know, they may have been moral at one time, but greed got to them, you know, and it got to them and it tore them up on the inside. Working hard, never giving up. But with swords and stuff, on horses, my hard work is paid up. That's good. I'm happy. Very happy, Joe. You're awesome and a beautiful man. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. I feed off positive energy. Me too. Me too, man. Me too. Hi, guys. Smiles everywhere. They're in the afterlife. And yes, there are all smells there that they watch all of us every second in time. Cody, thank you, man. Cody came in and gave me a little super chat earlier today. Cody, thank you. That was pretty nice. I wasn't expecting that. Why do you guys gotta be so nice? My great grandmother had brain cancer. Oh man, I'm gonna try to get back to that one. That one sounded very important. All right, here. Okay, I'm gonna try to go fast with these, but I don't want to go too fast. You know, that's the whole thing. You guys have always make fun of me because I get hung up on the chats. But normally I get hung up on the chats because I go off on some BS story. But in this case, it's okay to get hung up on the chat because if the chat needs it, the chat needs it. My great grandmother had brain cancer. She lost her memory and mixed up everyone's names but mine. I held her hand as she passed, surrounded by family. I was 12. It was my first loss I experienced. Thank you for that, sharing that story with us there, New York Cat. Brother, my uncle passed away at 82. He still hangs out with me every day. I didn't know this until about 4 years ago. A psychic told me about him. That's awesome. That's awesome. Who is that? Chris Thorpe. Chris Thorpe, that's great, man. Thank you for that. Very, very good story. Thank you for sharing that. That's quality stuff. And I believe it, too. I believe it. My dad could be chilling right here, right now, you know. There's a lot of good vibes here that transcend political parties where critical thinking and good old-fashioned common sense come together for the betterment of humanity. What a great comment by Big K. Thank you very much. Me and Big K had a discussion earlier today in the stream, and you know and we agreed to disagree on some things. It's all right, man. It's all right. And then we pop back up. He's like, "We good?" I'm like, "We're always good, man. Y'all come at me if I'm saying something and that you don't like and you disagree with 100% or even just a little bit, and you're a sub. Don't be afraid to come at me. I'm not going to get angry at you guys. I'm not going to do it. You know how I am. It's all about just no personal insults and no threatening violence. Other than that, man, you know, you've got a platform as long as you're not spreading anything that I am. It's why I keep coming back. Thank you. I usually sit and listen when I'm busy with things. That's amazing, New York Kitty. The grandma that she was laying on her. Wait, I'm gonna have to go get my reading glasses. My grandma that she was laying on her deathbed. She didn't acknowledge anybody until my voice came through over the phone. She got the biggest smile I've ever seen, and I told her it was okay, Grandma. Keep losing my spot. She got the biggest smile I've ever seen, and I told her it was going to be okay. Ugh. Every time I try to move the chat, it goes all the way down to the bottom. What is going on? I'm here, just not in person. And she understood my mom's freaked out about it still to this day, but I saw nothing but pure happiness. And in her eyes, I thought I got a glimpse of heaven because I saw light. But God intervenes and shows you futuristic dreams and visions. All my life trauma is all part of my life's adventure. They're not always the best adventures, helps my soul grow. Very good, mature way to look at that, Swan. I would expect nothing else from you. You are a higher level human. That's a great way to look at it. I love you going through PTSD counseling for what you went through as a kid. Have I gone through any? No, I didn't go through any of that. I didn't go through any of it. It was one of those things that I have a sister too. I have an older sister, and she's just a couple years older than me, and I think that the reason that I never did that is just because we experienced it together. I was with my sister when things happened, and yeah, it's affected her more than it has me. But she's had other things happen. I don't want to go into any real details or anything, but she had it worse than I did. I'll just put it to you that way. No, we didn't. I think she maybe has talked to somebody. I never have. Sometimes I feel like I need to, but other times I'm just like, press forward. And at this point, I really don't think I need to anymore. Because I know what I'm doing with my life. I know what I'm doing with my life. 100%. From now till the day I die, I know exactly what I'm doing with my life. And it's about love. It's about love and kindness. So it doesn't mean I don't still need to talk to somebody about trauma, but I'm telling you guys, I'm on a good wavelength right now. I hope it lasts forever. Thank you for that question, Lewis. That's heartfelt, man. I appreciate that. Everyone has different pain. We all handle things differently, and sometimes people don't have someone to help. That's when they turn to other things. Yeah, drugs, crime, suicide. Could be anything. Could be sex addiction. Wow, liver cheese. Why'd you have to bring that up? I don't know. That's all I could think of. All right, y'all. They're driving me crazy. It is my fault. I did it again. I didn't feed them. Why do I do that? Why do I come onto these things and not feed my dogs? I know what's going to happen. They're going to start acting crazy. They're going to start knocking shit over left and right. Guys, you're not starving. You're not starving. Look at you. Look at how big you are, girl. Do I need to show the world that how big you are, so that they know that you're getting fed? Make me feel so guilty sometimes. There isn't any questions or beliefs that we cannot overcome as a society. That's a big bold statement, and I agree with you. Political opposition it's a defining factor in the development of a capitalistic society. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. And to that point, Big Five, a lot of things we need to realize is, or one of the big things is that when a decision's made between two different sides of the aisle, we really have to get away with, well, I won that. You know what I mean? You lost that. I won that. We really need to get away from that, because if one side's getting something and the other side's getting something in return, then that is somewhat a victory, right? It's somewhat a victory for both sides. But it just seems like these days we're so tribal. It's like, oh, we won that one. We won that one. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. You know, there's never going to be a 100% solution where everybody's going to be happy. It just is never going to happen, guys. I don't care what I'm talking about. I don't care if I gave you a pill that told you or made you rich tomorrow. All right, I discovered a pill that makes everyone rich tomorrow. Guarantee you, even with that, somebody's not going to be happy. And that's what makes it difficult to talk about these things, you know, because somebody is always not going to get what they think they deserve from whatever debate or argument or whatever you're talking about. And we have to find a way around that, you know. It's a problem. You just described my neighbor. Do you still have nightmares about Nam? You just described my ex. The acceptance of good advice can advance your mental outlook on a political disagreement. Yeah, you're right. You're right. What's up, brother? New to your channel. Thank you, Dirty Chef. What you cooking that's dirty? Hi. Is this day and age kindness? In this day and age, kindness is what defines a person. Oh, I'm so far behind. I'm going to stop at the big ones. That's what she said. I have a $500 car that works great. That's all I need. Awesome, Dirty Chef. Holding value in world positions allows for manipulation. Let it go. It can't be used to control you. Boom. Boom. Guys, I'm telling you, every time that I come in here and I do one of these streams, but most of the time after I take a gummy, I leave here as a smarter person. The gummy helps. All right. I would rather die free and happy. Living life as a young adult is hard when people take advantage of your kindness. I work customer service and people are so unhappy. I try my best to cheer them up. I'm sure you're doing everything that you can do. Oh, wow. I'm sure you're doing everything that you can do. I didn't mean to step on your comment there, but I see old Tater Salad. How old's this comment? He's probably long gone by now. Nope, my trucks are all old and in various stages of restoration. Well, all but two of them. I am picking up a 2007 Lincoln MKZ for super cheap in a couple of days. After I fix it, it may be for sale. Tater doing big stuff. Tater, how are you able to do all these big things? Guys, if you don't know who Tater Salad is, go on over and check out his channel at Michigan Constitutional Crusader. He is a First Amendment auditor. He's one of the really good ones. What I like about him is he, I don't know, it's hard to pinpoint it exactly, but he's got a good sense of humor. That's number one. But he knows how to talk to people. I think that's what it is. I think, Tater, I think that's why I vibe with you so much, man. You have the gift of gab. You have it, and I see it, and I appreciate it. So that's all I'm saying to you, Tater. Now get the hell out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, it was worth asking. What'd you ask, Cody? Did I miss something? You'll buy one if anything for sale? Cody, we're getting there, man. We're getting there. Maybe we'll have merchandise one day. Maybe we'll have some merchandise. Uh, I want pins. I would love to sell pins. Oh my God. Why? Why? Come here. Come on. Come on, Banana Nose. They are really being pushy. Really being pushy. You know what? All right, look, I'm going to come back. Look, man, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do it first time ever. I've never done this before. We're going to leave the camera up. I'm going to feed the dogs. I'm going to feed them right out here. Y'all want to see me feed the dogs? This ought to be interesting. They won't know what the hell is going on. I don't feed them out here. But it could be chaos, right? And chaos sometimes leads to fun. But it also leads to shit getting knocked off my table, cameras getting broken, animals acting like fools. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's do that one. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna move this chair over. Look, she already don't know what the hell's going on. She's like, what are you doing? Yeah, we're gonna try something different. You gonna wait on me? You gonna stay there and wait? All right. Look out, everybody look out. Everybody look out. We got the Roo Bowl. We got the Momo Bowl. We got the Biggs Bowl. And we got the Bruno Bowl. There we go. All right. Don't you touch that yet. Don't you touch that. Don't you touch that. You look so cute right now. Everybody look at how cute my dog is right now. Check her out. Check her out. Tell me she's not amazing. There's Biggs. There's Biggs. All right, everybody, chill out. Chill out. Moses, your barker stuck? Don't you touch that. Don't you touch that until I get back. Hey. All right, plus, one thing that's really cool, guys, is you guys can see how, oh my God, how a cheap person like Liver Cheese feeds 4 dogs, all right? All right, everybody calm down. I might need to put y'all up while I do this. I don't know, maybe I should put y'all up before I do this. Is that probably, what do y'all think? Is that a good idea for me to do that? All right, everybody get out of the way. Get out of here. Okay, so here's what we usually do. I have 4 dogs. one medium. He's a medium. He's not big. Well, no, he's big, I guess. He weighs about 45, 50 pounds. I got one short medium. I think she weighs more than he does. I got a beagle. It's a small dog. And I got another small dog named Bruno. So, you know, that adds up. That adds up. So, and believe it or not, even some of the big dogs only like wet food. Well, if we only got wet food for our big dogs and our little dogs, we're broke. We're broke. Period. So, here's what we do, and they seem to like it pretty well. Oh really? Oh really? Okay, here's what we do. We buy a giant bag of different types of dog food. This one though, lately, it's kibbles and bits with mini bites. The dogs love it. They'll eat it by itself. It's one of the few dog foods out there that they'll eat without wet food mixed in. I about fell over there. Give them each a little bit, you know, not too much. Now, this is a very unusual situation we're in tonight, because normally I do this inside and they're nowhere near the food. They wait until we get all the food done. Mose, you want to get out of the way so they can see what I've done here? Not time yet. Move out of the way. Move out of the way. Okay, next thing we do is I take this pedigree chopped ground, get 2 cans of it. 2 cans of it. Can you wait? Go on. Go on out of here. Go on. Wait a minute. 2 cans of it, and I mix this up with this. So you're looking at a big bag of dog food. This bag, I think it's like 17 bucks. It's on the cheaper side. These right here, 12 pack for $20. So not cheap. They do have a special at Kroger this week where you buy 2 12 packs of these, you get one for free. Or not for free, one for $10 off. So I guess I don't want to try to add it up, but let me try to figure it out. 20, 36, 12, 6 days of food. It's about $36 for 6 days of food. But there will be a lot of this left over. So you can't really call it 36 for 6 days. But it's up there. I mean, you know, but they're my kids. You know, they're my kids. And this is cheap. I mean, this is eating cheap. I know people that they, you know, buy the $80 bags of dog food and only the best for them. I get that. If I could do that for my dogs, I would. But they seem pretty satisfied with what I give them. And you know, you got to divide this out. Like the little dog's not going to get as much of the wet food. Bigs will get, and you can mix it all up. My dogs want it chopped up. You know, they want it chopped up into small little bites because they're spoiled. Even the big dogs. Trying to remember whose bowl's who. Chop it up a little bit. I try to make the flavors the same, you know. Like I don't want to be mixing chicken flavored into the beef. I know they're dogs and people are like, oh, they don't care. But I think about it. And it bothers me. Get back, not time. Get back, not time. Go. Okay, so I got that can. Now we only do this once a day. We only do it once a day. Okay, so they'll snack like on other things throughout the day. We'll give them treats, and if I bring anything home or if I cook anything, I share it with the dogs. Always share it with the dogs. Wait a minute, baby. Now, with Rue, the last dog, or Rue out here, the big girl, I have to give her almost a whole can. I give her, you know, more than the other ones just because she's a big girl. She eats a lot. She eats a lot. We've been waiting for her to you know, she started to actually slim down a little bit. So, but when we got her from the shelter, she was thin as a rail. I'll show y'all pictures of her, and you will be like, holy crap. But usually animal shelter dogs, they'll come home and they'll eat and they'll eat and they'll eat, and then all of a sudden they just won't eat like that anymore because they'll realize after 3 months, it's usually about 2 to 3 months, that they're home and they're not going to have to fight for food, you know, and usually it slows them down. And they start to lose a little bit of weight after that. This one has never stopped. She just has never stopped eating. So we've had to get her the little food tray to make them work a little bit, you know, slow down their eating. She's getting a little better. But it's not that I care. I don't care. You know, if she wanted to eat, I mean, I want her to be healthy, but at the same time, when you saw the way she was when I got her, it makes you want to let her have whatever she wants. You know what I mean? I think that's just a natural reaction. Okay, now how are we going to do this? I've got to get this stuff all into position so that they know what is theirs. Because normally in the house, they have a certain spots that they eat in. They understand that. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. So I'll take Bruno's food. I think they know their bowls, though. Biggs. There you go, baby. Momi. Momo. I just noticed that Momo's got a little more than Rue. Actually, that's Momo's. I got them mixed up. So, Rue gets the most. Okay, you see Biggs is eating hers. Mommy, I'm going to leave yours right here, baby. I know you'll go right to it. Momo, you want to go inside? You feel better eating inside? Come on. Go ahead, baby. That's yours. That's yours, baby. Oh, she's confused. She's confused. It's yours, baby. Come on, this is yours. Here. Eat it up. That's all yours. Okay, Biggs, I'm going to move yours over here, okay? All right. Holy crap, I did it. I did it, and I've had a gummy. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Let's see what we got here. The fact that we're picking sides and creating a divide. Oh, I'll have to check you out, Tater. Yeah, Tater's good, man. Go watch Tater stuff. He's fair too. He doesn't antagonize. He's a fair auditor. LOL, I don't cook dirty food. I'm just a cook that does a lot of dirty jobs remodeling my dad's house and have done a lot of other dirty jobs in my life, like Mike Rowe over here, LOL. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive, right? Guys, I'm gonna turn this light on. Why are you barking, bro? Why? Why? You have a full plate of food. Eat it. Eat your food. I've confused them so much. Cute dog, guys. I wrote a song for my husband. It's called "Always at Your Back." There should be a way for me to send it to everyone. I don't care about money. I just want everyone's opinion because one day soon, Cody, I might be able to help you out on Well, I don't know if it's really going to help you, but we'll see. Let me, were you going to continue it? Let me see. Someday I'll be rich enough to save world hunger. Solve world hunger. I'm only here for so everyone on here will see me bring us out of the dark. That's pretty cool, Cody. That's pretty cool stuff. Cody, what you can do if you want to do this. I'm not going to do it right now. We can do it tomorrow though. We can do it tomorrow night. Cody, can you be in here tomorrow night? Wait, let me think about that for a second. What are my plans for tomorrow? Okay, if we have a show tomorrow night, which I think we will, you just come on here and I'll set up a link for you, and you can pop up in here, and we will. You don't have to show yourself. You can have the camera off, but you can play your audio into your phone, and we can hear it that way. It's not going to be great, but. Hefty dog, yeah, she is hefty. I'll be rich enough to save the world. Dogs are so cute. I feed my dogs the same food. There's so much I want to tell you guys about my life, but I just can't just know you all are light bringers. I believe in every one of you. Thank you. Cody with the kindness. I love it, brother. I love it. Really? You're going to lick the cans now? She's going to come over and lick the cans, the big girl. Apparently I didn't give her enough food. I have a German Shepherd, 75 pounds approximately. Nice. I love German Shepherds. We've got one across the street over here named Poppy that comes over and visits Moe's. Gotta love the loyalty of dogs. That's why man's best friend, yeah, without a doubt. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay strong and bright. Cody, thank you, man. Love you, brother. Stay safe. What's up, bro? What's up, Raccoon Feral? I wanted to say feral raccoon for some reason. Tyson, what up, brother? Message retracted. What did Big 5K get a message retracted for? What's going on? What's going on? I think you or he may be neurodivergent. I know I am. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was in elementary school at like 6 years old. Just thinking about mixing flavors like that. Even dog food bothers me. Triggered. So I am so sorry. I could see that. I understand that. Nothing wrong with that. Sorry that my the way I fed the dogs may have brought something up that it shouldn't have brought up. You know, I didn't do it intentionally. Hell yeah, from Kentucky. I got a friend in Kentucky. Getting lucky in Kentucky. Gummy, yeah, Gummy. Yes, Tyson. Yes, Tyson. Sign. Racist sign. Now everybody's just going to be confused. What's he talking about, racist sign? Nate, thank you. I don't know what that is, but thank you very much. Glycol propylene in dog products is another word for antifreeze. Message retracted. First Amendment audit at the library. Yeah, damn it. Tyson. Tomorrow, Tyson. Tomorrow, okay? You want me to record it or you just want me to do the live? I can't do both. You want the live. Alright, I gotta give you a time. If I'm gonna say it, I gotta give you a time. I was thinking about going to the zoo tomorrow, but it's looking like it's gonna be raining, so I'm not gonna do that. Maybe after the rundown tomorrow. I'll do the rundown about 9, maybe about 10, 10:30, something like that. We can roll on over to the library. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. I might break it up into 2 streams. My rundown and then the audit. So there you go, guys. Tomorrow, you heard it here first. Exclusive, I'll be auditing the Bartlett and potentially the Memphis public libraries. Okay, there we go. Too many dog food recalls. Yeah, I know. See if yours is on the list. Probably is. They're still here though. Without political sides, we would not have a democracy. It would be a hierarchy that would lead to total collapse of America. I love it. The pastor at my church is about to become a lawyer. And does that make him my father-in-law? Bam, Matt. Matt Perez coming with the goodness. Coming with the solid stuff. I give you 2 gold stars for that comment. 2 gold stars. I love it. And then you sent me a coin, gold coin, thank you. Either way, just do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, I promise. Creating divide has nothing to do with democracy. Being hateful has nothing to do with democracy. I agree. If politicians were as good as politics as insider trading, they would be great. Yeah, no shit. Doesn't it feel like, man, doesn't it feel like these days, like, I don't know, man. He's just doing things in a way that make you feel like they're up there just mocking us. Like, ha ha, look at us. You'll never be like us. You'll never have the things that we have. I can just feel it, bro. I can feel it. And I'm like, okay. Okay, well, yeah, you're probably right. I'll never have 3 yachts. I won't even be able to afford a dinghy at this point. But that's okay, brother. You don't have to mock. You don't have to. It just seems like there's so many people out there right now. It seems like everything's got to be a gotcha. You know, every new story that they put out is like a boom. This is a gotcha. Those minorities over there, you know, and I'm sorry to bring that up, but I mean, you have to look at what's really happening. You know, seems like certain segments of the population are being just fucking drilled, man. And it's like, why do you have to just be so obvious about it? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. All right, I'm sorry. Let's get off that. We were doing so good. MAGA winning, crooked politicians on both sides are turning the country. Democracy can exist without sides. It's communication, respect, patience, and honesty. These traits are not being displayed in our highest government, and nobody bats an eye. Well, that's a wonderful comment, of course. Of course, you know I'm going to love that one. I do love that comment. At the end of the day, you know, I talk about it. And I want this to kind of be a thing, you know. I want all you guys to understand, and maybe you can mention it to other people. And maybe your Mount Rushmore is different than mine, but I have a Mount Rushmore. And I don't know why it's been stuck in my head so much lately. Maybe I saw something on Mount Rushmore. Maybe I saw something on YouTube about it. I know that it looks a lot smaller in person. Everybody that sees it on videos, they go, wow, it's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. But I'm sure a lot of the guys in here have heard that one before, that it's a lot smaller than they thought it would be. So, see, that's the kind of stuff that keeps you coming back. That's the kind of stuff. Oh yeah, the gummy's going now, buddy. It's going. It's a going good. That's what she said. That's what's ahead. Unfortunately, I don't know, man. Do you guys really think that? I mean, even though some days it feels so volatile, do you really ever think about, could it really happen that Americans turn on one another? I try to give that critical thought. And most of the time I come back to the positive side when I think about that. I really do, man, because saying a lot of stuff on the internet is a lot different than actually picking up a rifle and shooting somebody in the head with it. That big difference, big difference. So, anybody ever seen the movie War Horse? Anybody ever seen that, War Horse? It was a Steven Spielberg movie, very underrated movie, very underrated. I would ask that you check that movie out. I think it came out in 2009, 2010, something like that. Did I say 2009? Yeah, it came. But there's a scene in that movie, War Horse. It's a great movie. There's a scene in there where one of the horses, like, it's a trench fighting, okay, and these people are they're close to each other, and all it is barbed wire between them, and a horse gets stuck in the barbed wire, and there's a really moving moment where both sides that are trying to kill each other stop. They stop what they're doing for a minute, and they both go out and they cut this horse loose. I wish I could say they just stopped fighting right then and there. That's not what happened. They went back to their to their trenches and they continued to fight. But that's what I think. That's the part of humanity that I think that we're gonna see if the shit really hits the fan. This is real talk. If it really goes down like that and it's that close to it happening, I think we're going to have some of those moments. I think there's going to be some people go, you know what? I'm out. I may have believed in your cause, but I mean, we're killing other Americans. I, in my heart, think that that's actually going to happen. Call me naive. Call me cynical. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Cynical work there? No. No, that doesn't work. Call me naive. Yeah, but hopefully those two things went together. I was thinking about that movie, and it made me. I was thinking about the time that it actually goes down. And I don't think we're actually going to get to that moment. But when we do get to that moment, that's going to be everything. Everything. All right, let's get off this shit. It's bad. Got me getting too MAGA movement may be winning, but most of Americans are losing. Is Trump on it? That's what she said. Okay, I'm back. Who's talking in the background? That's going to be my TV. It's going to be my TV, Tyson. It could be somebody back there. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. That took me a minute, Tyson. Yeah. What Tyson's doing right now is he's playing a little insider game that you guys have. I know you've got your little troll games for liver cheese, and one of them, is, oh, that's a bug. Oh, there's a bug above your head, or, oh, somebody's talking in the background, after I've had a gummy. You like to see me try to get a little paranoid, and that's good. I'm glad that that you get your kicks out of that, Is that how you get your jollies? Really? No, my TV is going, and my neighbor who's making something with a handsaw at whatever time it is. Liver cheese. Later, you can watch my. Can I watch it? Yes. I painted a young James Brown using only nail polish. What? Okay, yeah, I definitely got to watch that. They aren't Americans if they hate this country and truly want us to fall. Hippie Dave, man, we have so much. I'm so confused this year about the 4th of July. I just feel so confused by it. It's just like, man, of course I want to celebrate my country, and I want everybody to be having a good time, and maybe I just need to just treat it as that. Just cook out and shoot, do your neighborhood thing, or go to somebody's backyard barbecue or something. Don't think about it too much. But you would like to think that when you celebrate that day, that Americans are together. You know what I mean? Here we go. Get out the little fiddle. Get out the little violin. Um, no, but it makes me feel. I get mixed feelings about the Fourth of July. You hear me on here. I love this country. I love it. I love the fact that we have freedom of speech. I love the fact that we can be here tonight talking the way we are. I love it. But man, it gives you mixed emotions. It gives you mixed emotions because you just want, you want everybody to kind of, and maybe we can do that for one day. Maybe we can just all agree that on the 4th of July, let's just set it behind us for one day, and let's just all, celebrate the fact that we're able to do this. Yeah, I think I'm overthinking it. I think I'm just overthinking it. Sorry about that. The fact people are proud to be unintelligent and support the man who literally belittles his followers and says how ignorant people are because they hear what they want to hear. Well, I hear what you're saying. I get it. But I mean, how do you can't give up, I mean, I know I come in here sometimes and I say that certain people are irredeemable. They just don't even, because they just not even opening to hearing a different point of view. It's got to be insult after insult. But we've done some things, we've gotten some people that, I love to have MAGA representation and red representation in here with blue representation, and I love that shit, man. We're all in here talking, and at the end of the day, man, that's something. It's something. You know what I mean? And that's really the most we can do right now. It's a difficult thing sometimes because you feel like you have to down talk to somebody, and I don't ever want to sound like I'm down talking people, but I mean, we do have fun though in the morning. Sometimes we're getting this thing where what's going on is we're getting a look kind of the format. It's kind of setting itself up, and I do like at the end of at the end of everything, I'll kind of read through the comments, and I'm not going to pick every single troll. I'm not going to do that, but yeah, there's certain ones that I see on there that I'm just like, yeah, let's talk about this, and we'll give them a chance, and most of the time it turns out to be kind of funny because a lot of people come with a lot of feelings and not many facts. We talk about that, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're communicating with each other. We're not insulting, and we're not. I don't look at them as the enemy, and hopefully they don't look at me as the enemy. I want you guys to look at me as a friend. Let's just have a drink and good conversation and listen to some Jerry Rafferty. What's up, Chad Angle? How you doing, man? The Humpty Dance. You say I look like Humpty Hump? Come on, man. I kind of do in this light, don't I? Holy shit! Are you saying it's okay if you're saying I look like the guy who did sings the Humpty? Because I can see it. I just remember from the video the nose was real prevalent, and in this lighting, yeah, it definitely looks like I could be the. All right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. Yeah, see what I mean? My nose is big. I'm not ashamed. Big like a pickle. Big like a pickle. My neighbors, man, I swear to God, I'm pretty damn loud out here, guys. I'm pretty loud out here. I don't know. I think that there's a few of my neighbors that kind of understand what what it is that I do a lot of right here. Because I get second and third looks sometimes. Like today I was trying to do a damn puppet show out in my driveway, and I pulled in, and of course it's morning time, so the yard just stopped. But not what's the word? I'm not going to say the N word, yard Nazi. I'm not going to say that because that's a few years ago that would have been funny. But now it doesn't seem so funny to say that. It would have just been a flippant comment, you know what I mean? But no, my neighbor, she's really into her yard. So I come pulling up, and I wanted to do a real quick stream, and I was going to do a little puppet stuff. And I knew that if I started doing it, that she was going to come out looking, messing with her yard, and look over and see me, grown ass man with a puppet. I mean, so I had to back into my driveway. Sometimes, if I just want to, if I'm feeling it in the moment and I want to do it from the car, I have to find certain little spots. You know what I mean? Because I can get loud. Y'all know me. I won't even realize it. I'll look over, and there'll be a neighbor with a dog over there looking at me like, "What the hell's going on over there? Do I need to call the authorities?" All right. Warhorse was great. Yeah, it was a great movie. Very underrated. I don't understand why that movie didn't do better. It was a good movie. It was long, but it was very good. Love for animals transcends. Absolutely, hippie Dave. Love it, man. Anybody else think Jim Morrison is still alive somewhere? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. He's somewhere. Yeah, 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 somewhere. You didn't say on this planet. See, that's what we do here, Cheeseburger. You got to be ready for that. Yeah, he's alive somewhere. My common sense tells me that would never happen. We have come way too far as a nation of Christian believers. Well, thank you there, Big K5. Now, Big K5, look, man, I love that comment and everything, but I'm not gonna lie to you. The It would have been perfect had it just been my common sense tells me that would never happen. We've come too far as a nation, right? Period. Right? Right? But I get what you're doing, and it's okay. It's okay, brother. It's okay. But I just wanted to let you know that yeah, I see those little things. It's a good comment still, but oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. That's good stuff what we're talking about right now. Do you know the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean? No. Thank you for making me have to attempt to say that word this high. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Um, I've never met a I've never met a garbanzo bean. Hang on. I've never met a garbanzo bean on my chest. Between a chickpea. Oh, I went, did you hear how perfect that was? I went back to the exact word that was going to make me get the joke. I didn't fool around with it. Right when I saw the chickpea, I was like, okay, there it is. Took me a minute, but yeah, okay, there we go. I'll accept that one. It's dark here now. I'm gonna throw those up there from time to time. We're adults here. Do you know the difference? Oh, and I'm gonna read the same thing. No, I was being serious. What were you being serious about? What she said. Look, it's too much. It's too much reading, man. It's too. Oh, you're talking about the voice in the background. Come on now. Why is Moe's barking though? Because he shouldn't be barking like that. One sideburn is bigger. Yeah, you're probably wait. I think it's just the way. No, I think it's my hair. I think it's the way my hair's hanging down. But you might be right. This one might be a little longer. This one's a little bushier. I got to trim them. I've my trimmer in there. Yes, I have a trimmer. Don't start. Um, it it was a rechargeable one. It was a rechargeable one. So I've somehow the charger's somewhere, and I gotta find it because my other one zonked out on me as I was making myself at least a little more presentable to you people. I'll be celebrating cruising around in my 23 window Volkswagen bus. Oh, rub it in, hippie Dave. Rub it in. Look at me driving around my Volkswagen van. No, that's cool. Or bus. No, that is cool. That's really cool because I could see myself. Couldn't you see me riding in that? I mean, don't I look like I'd be perfect riding in a Volkswagen bus? Like the driver wouldn't, right? Jealous. All these national holidays. All these national holidays are to give the disgruntled a break, just to suffice everyone. Well, if that's the case, we need a lot more of them. We need a lot more of them. That's all I'll say about that one. Have you agreed to the newbies Republican protectionist departments? I don't know what that is, Chad Angle. Newly Republican protectionist department. What do I have to agree to? What? Don't. No. If you're trying to imply that there's some kind of department out there now that is going on YouTube and social platforms and making people agree not to talk about Trump or something, is that not the craziest thing in the world that I would even have that idea? First off, that I would even have that idea, yet it's not a crazy idea. It's just, I mean, it's something that could actually happen in 2026. What in the hell are we doing? What have we done? What have we done? All right, I'm way past these comments, man. You guys, I can't keep up. Heading out. Hope everyone has a chill rest of the night. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Young MC. Swan, have a good night. If you're still here, Young MC. This is a jam for all the fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us. Get shot down cause you're over jealous. Play hard to get females get jealous. Wait. Get shot down cause you're overzealous. Play hard to get females get jealous. Okay, smarty, go to a party. Food is served and you're stone cold munching. Looking for love in all the wrong places. No fine girls' is ugly faces. Couldn't care less about the 5 you're blowing. I mean, it started okay. I think I got a little mixed up halfway through. Just a little bit, I think. Well, you know, what can you do? Hey, John, what's up, Chad? Heading out. Hey, dude, I think America is toast. Unless people wake up. I think you got a point. Hey, how you doing, Carl? What's up? Barman Library. 3D instructions for the security-minded. Chat angle. Oh, Barban Library. You be there tomorrow. 3D instructions for the security. What's going on over there? See, Chad. Look, man, Chad. You can't be coming in here with stuff like that when I'm in the mental state that I'm in. That's not. Now I'm looking at Chad here, looking at Chad angles, and that's got me really confused there. What do we got? Barban Library. Be there tomorrow. 3D instructions for the security minded. You can't do that. That's not cool to go into a random chat. I mean, do you know I'm a First Amendment auditor? Do you know that? Are you telling me to look at something on YouTube tomorrow or something like that? I don't know. I'm a little confused. Or it could be something more insidious. I hope not. We're so twisted as a nation. Let's understand that boys become men and girls become women. Why, Big K? Why? Why now? Why now? You know, this is one of those things, though, guys, that I can't. It's hard for me to really speak on this too much because, I don't have my own little liver cheeses. My little liver cheesettes. I don't have any liver cheesettes. So maybe I don't really see, or know or hear from the kid. Maybe the kids all know. Maybe they're you're hearing things actually from kids at school. I don't know, but I don't know, man. These things always feel like they're a lot smaller problem than people make them out to be. That's what they always feel like to me. I get suspicious, you know what I mean? I got to go in there, I got to really delve in and see how many cases, what we're talking about. So yeah, maybe I'll kind of step out of that argument about boys being girls and girls being boys. Okay, I mean at the end of the day, as long as it doesn't affect their kindness, I guess I'm okay with it. Whatever. What did I just take a stand, make a stand thing, on the thing we were talking about? Oh, life's so complicated. Big K wins. Okay. Chad, he's pushing it. Gavin Newsom, California government, invented this new political movement called Lurie. I didn't know anything about that. Oh, Newry. Okay, that makes more sense. I was saying Lurie. That wouldn't make much sense, would it? Lurie. Why would he be called him Lurie? But his last name's if his last name was Newsom, maybe, but it's Newsom, so it's Newlery. Okay, I hadn't heard anything about that. I have to process that. You can't just throw something like that crazy on me and expect some kind of response, because you ain't gonna get that pleasure. Honestly, why do people care so much about another person does to their body? It's like parents keeping their teenager from getting tattoos. It only makes them want it more. Great point. It does make them want it more. Don't deny that, guys. You can try to deny all you want to. All you got to do is think back to your childhood. I mean, even if you were the best kid in the world, man, even if you were the best, most well-behaved kid in the world, um, you had those thoughts. When somebody was, don't do this, don't, and you're like, oh, really? What does that do? Why are you? Why are you? It's a good point. character likeness, separationism, and detention/detainment for formulation and formation of private interest groups. Okay. Too much for me, Chad. Love you though, brother. I hope it rains soon. My backyard smells like dog crap. Yeah. That's probably that's kind of my situation too. Mine aren't really poopy. Not bad. Not bad. You know what I'm talking about. Some dogs got to poop all the damn time. Some of them don't poop as much. Let's talk Pabst. Hell yeah, man. Who's Chad coming in with the goodness? Let's talk Pabst. Maybe pick up the dog crap. Elevating with false Elvis. Outdoor chats with Chad and false Elvis. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. False Elvis. All right, where are we at? Maybe pick up the dog crap. Good stuff. Stand in the place where you live. Stand in the place where you live now. Oh, think about protection. Wonder why we have it. Stand in the place where we live. Were now and think about your mama and how much she deserves it. Stand in the place where we live now. Think about the direction, how you can give it. Right? Something like that. It's one of those. Something. That's probably about 60%, I think. 60, 70. All right, hey Jamie, there's a lot of us in this chat on your on the Trump chain. All aboard. Next stop, a safe and better country. God bless. Now look, I'm going to give you a little something there. I'm going to give you a little something. Okay. Yeah, you know, when you put a bunch of National Guard into an area, and you keep them there, and you know, yeah, crime tends to drop a little bit. I think it's a bit of a deterrent. But we're gonna run into the same issue we always run into. What happens when they're gone? So it's a temporary band-aid. Is what I'm getting. Temporary band-aid. We need to be thinking longer-term solutions. Because I mean, you could make this the safest country on the entire planet by putting ICE and freaking National Guard and whoever they are, Proud Boys, whatever. You know, you could put them it would make most people safe. Some people wouldn't make safe. But you could put those all over. And yeah, we're all, isn't it great to go outside again? Yeah, we're all safe. But oh look, there's a guy with a fucking gun. Oh look, there's another guy with a gun. Oh, another guy with a gun. A guy with a gun over there. What? I mean, really? That's the kind of world you want to live in? When we could just not fear each other, maybe a little less judgment. You know, maybe judge each person individually. Maybe that kind of thing. Maybe. All right, that done got me rocked up now. I have a friend named Chad. It's been a while. I got to talk to him again. I had an obsession with Pabst for a while. It's impaired into my country. It's imported and impaired into your country. It's impaired into your country. It's imported into my country, Australia. It's a good beer, but lately it's been flat of its fizz. Really? That's interesting. Wow, I like that. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it for you guys. Well, yeah, that's interesting. we put our critical thinking together, maybe because, I don't know, worldwide shipping has been kind of screwed up lately. I don't know. That would be my guess. Maybe you're just getting old product, you know. Newscom. Gavin Newscom. What? What is this thing that Trump is doing about the Democrats? What the fuck is he doing? What is he doing with that? Why? Why? And he acts like it's some new term that he came up with. I came up with this term, the Democrats. And you know, he always makes sure when he's getting ready to roll with something, he mentions it 3 or 4 times. And you know, okay, this is gonna be a new one. This is gonna be a new one. And his big reveal was Democrats. I'm like, really? Like that hadn't been out there the last 20 years? And if you think calling me a Democrat or a demon rat or whatever it is, whatever the next insult is, I'm just like, okay, yeah, good for you. You got a little wordplay in there. That's lovely. It affects me in no way at all. Okay, so there's just no point in doing it. The most insulting thing I say, I'll say red hats. And you could say that's insulting, but I think it's just a description. It's a good description of the party, red hats. You know, you wear the red hats. So that's not, you know, some people may look at that as insulting, but it's definitely not meant to be that way. If you do look at that as an insult, it's not supposed to be that. And I'm still going to say it. America, baby. All right, where we at? It covers all angles of human functionality. Wish both sides of the political world would stop the BS and America takes back control of the country. Absolutely. True John, a shit show across the board. It promotes protectionism. I used to make a joke that all American beer for the next 6 months is just relabeled Bud Light that couldn't sell. But that was so... Look, man, that whole thing, I can't even. Every time I get into this conversation, I'm just like, how was that ever even a thing? Oops, sorry. Sorry if you lost me there for a minute, guys. All 2 of you. What was I going to say? Shit, I forgot. Forgot what I was going to say, so I guess it wasn't important. Oh, the Bud Light thing. Yeah, that was so damn ridiculous. I saw that and I was just like, and then you find out that, you know, they only made like what, 1 or 2 cans of it just for her or him, whatever. I don't care. I don't care if it was a her or him. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. Now it's this big culture war over your product, and it's like, what the fuck? You know, they were just trying to do something to reach out to an influencer. And, you know, influencer took it on, and next thing you know, boom, bam, here we are. What did you think they were going to sell those in stores? I mean, what? I don't get the outrage over it. I was just kind of like, what time zone? I mean, what time? What's the word I'm looking for? What alternate reality are we in right now? You know what I mean? This is nonsense. Got to stop. Train. Why haven't we been doing that? How this being a Gen X channel, Have you guys not said liver cheese every time that train goes by? You need to yell out like they did in Goonies. Wait, was it Goonies? No, like they did in Stand By Me, right? It was Stand By Me, right? It wasn't Goonies. Wait, wait. Was Stand By Me, was that the Truffle Shuffle? Maybe I've got them mixed up. Stand By Me, the Truffle Shuffle, Goonies, Trey, right? Right? That's right, right? I gotta get to the bottom and see that. Oh, wait. I want to see those comments now. We'll do it live. Each politician has their own agenda, and it has nothing to do with helping you. Yep. Until we get uncorruptible leaders up top. I just realized something, guys. I realized earlier I was talking about my Mount Rushmore of kindness, and somehow I got sidetracked. Well, we know how. But I remember talking about how it looks bigger or it looks smaller in person because I cut a joke, and said, guys in the chat, you should know about that. So I remember that part. Yeah, where were we? What the hell's going on? What's happening? I don't even know what's happening right now. This is not good, guys. This is not good. We're in uncharted territory. You're not a Democrat. You're simply a low information voter. God, Big K coming with the harsh tonight, man. Whew. Whew. Okay, let me move on. Love you, man. Schlitz beer ended yesterday after 187 years. Oh, so that's why we were talking about Pabst. Okay. The Pabst is made by Schlitz, right? Wait, are those two different companies? Maybe you're talking about something different. Schlitz ended. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. I remember as a kid trying Schlitz. Made me not like beer. It was interesting though if you'd sneak a sip of your stepdad or mom's beer or whatever that as a kid. I was just so intrigued by it, and I would sneak it when she wasn't looking, and maybe she knew it was happening. I have no idea, but it's one of those flavors that as a kid, when it hits your tongue, you're like, wait a minute, that's different than anything I've ever experienced up to this point in my life. So yeah, you either go, that's disgusting, or you go, let me try that again. I always wanted to try a little bit more. But Schlitz, I remember trying Schlitz one time, and I was like, damn, is my mom broke or something? What kind of beer she got here? Jeez. That's so mean. Bud White, with all the corruption and fraud coming in out in the Democratic Party, I feel like the party will not be viable for the next 100 years. You know why those stories aren't coming out about Republicans right now? Because they're all in charge, brother. It's simple, man. It's a simple. I appreciate it, but it's simple. It's a very simple thing. The ones who are in charge will not prosecute themselves. They're just not going to do it. At least this administration. All right, what do we got? We got more. 177 years, not 187. 178 seconds. Damn, I thought I had problems with traders. Oh, with trains. Oh, shit. Yeah, the trains are really coming through tonight, man. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, it does seem like more than usual. I don't know. Any conspiracy theorists in the house? Because we're definitely seeing an uptick in trains through my area. Train sounds like it's right on top of you. It's close. I mean, it's not, it's 75 yards maybe. Yeah, 50, 75 yards. It's loud though. Is that why Dems are left and Republicans are right? And ass is Dems and smart as elephant is Tyson. I've always wondered that shit. I don't. I've been both sides, and when I've been both sides, I've been like, why are these things the way they are? Why? It makes no sense to me. But yeah, you got. And why would one want to be a jackass? But I've grown to love jackasses. If you see my zoo videos, me and Donkey Face, man, we are tight. Me and Donkey, nothing better ever bad better happen to Donkey Face. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I will not stand for it. Free Donkey Slay. What? Free Donkey Face. What? I swear to God, that was weird. I don't know why the slave had to come. That was strange. Why did that pop out like that? Very strange. Is that why? Okay. Yeah, Tyson in here. Stirred it up. Stir it up, man. Mason jar of pennies. Oh, and throw mama from the train. Oh, okay. Trying to remember if I really ever watched So I Threw Mama from the Train. It might have been one of those few that slipped through. It might have slipped through because I remember bits of it. And I was pop culture. I will out pop culture any of you guys in here. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But we've got a lot of people in here who are big into pop culture. So I need to reel that back a little bit because a lot of you guys are big into it, and me too. I love it. But I think that Throw Mama from the Train was one of those that kind of slipped through. Yeah. So see how we went the long way around there. What's up, bro? What's up, man? Two different beers. Just staying on beer topic. Okay, cool. We can stay on the beer topic, assuming Tyson is this species. Oh hell no, man. I can't do it. You expect me to read that? Come on, speak by both sides. I wish the best of luck to those who side with the rich 1% and not the common. Yeah. Well, that's my hope. I mean, you know, earlier we were talking about, can you ever really picture it? Would it be blacks against whites? Would it be, red against blue? How would it be? But yes, you're correct, man. If there was some way, like we're trying to do in here, that we can open up eyes. We open them on both sides, man, because when we talk about that billionaire shit, most of us, for the most part, agree. We'll have a few that'll come in and say, well, you lose billionaires, you lose your jobs. And, we try to rethink it in a different way. But, yeah, both sides, and if they would figure that out, man, we could turn that war into something over really quick. You know what I mean? We, if we get the people, those 1%, they don't stand a chance. A chance, I'm telling you. That's why I'm saying, it's red and blue, that we can bicker about all that, but if it ever comes down to it and we have to take some shit back, you know what I mean? You have to you should be. I think you should be on the side of humanity. I mean, when I say take some shit back, I need to tone that down. That's not. See, that's what I worry about. You can say certain things today, and people are automatically going to assume that they mean this, And it's like, man, I just it's context, you know. It's all context because eventually people will take back what they feel like they haven't gotten or they feel like it's been stolen from them from the people up top and who refuse to pay taxes or taxes to our level. All right, here we go. How the fuck did we get on that again? What's all this political stuff? What's going on? Looking for commitments. Isn't Chad the male version of a Karen? Who are you getting on? Oh, you're getting on Chad. Okay. I had somebody tell me one time when I was auditing. They sent me a text. It might have been you, Tyson. Did you send me a message one time after I got done and I had been calling them Karens and Darrens, and somebody commented, "Oh, well, no, they're not. They're Chads." I remember that distinctly. And I remember, oh, well, I guess you could see it that way too. It doesn't fucking matter. We're talking about the same thing, right? Talking about the same thing. Karen cares. Chad turns layers. Chad, Chad, what? Man, whew, damn gummies. Where did the light go? It was just daytime. Yeah, thank you, man. See, that's cool, man. If you've been in here that long and you look up and I take it as a compliment. I don't think that's what you're saying, but yeah, it did go quick. All of a sudden, it's dark. I mean, I wonder why it's so fucking dark out. I'm sorry. I wonder why it's so freaking dark out here. You know, gee, I wonder. I'm wearing these shades. I want to spare you what's under these shades. You know, people have told me throughout my life, they've told me that I have very kind eyes, and I've always loved that comment. I've always loved it. But when you get older, you know, you think about other things around your face that people might be focused on. Um, but yeah, if you really want to connect with somebody, you take off the damn sunglasses, right? Where were we? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, I know. I know, but you don't. Oh, trumpet in the ear doesn't look like they want to talk. Chad, you ever watch the Warriors? Uh, yeah, I watch basketball. I watch basketball. I like the Warriors. I got nothing against you guys. It would be alpha males against beta. No, it's not, man. No, it's not. No, 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 no. Big K, you didn't you bring that up? Didn't you bring that up a few like a week ago about betas and alphas and what I thought I was? Was that you that brought that up? And I was being completely honest with you, and I was like, well, you know, I think sometimes you can be a little of both. You know, why do you gotta? It's just another label, man. It's just another label that you're putting over an entire group of people. You know what I mean? It's what do we got? How do you tell peasants they're peasants without telling them they're peasants? Yeah, yeah, okay. You got to give me a second on these, okay? If you're gonna throw out some knowledge like that, sometimes it takes a minute for the knowledge to get there. Sometimes it never gets there. Hell, who am I kidding? A lot of the time, it never gets there. And you're the same way. Don't say you're not. Brush fire tonight. There you go. How do you tell? Okay. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Uh, uh, You got a face for radio. Hell yeah, man. Interview radio with Chad and Paul Selvis. All right, Chad, you go, man. Let's interview. Let's interview Chad. Chad's interviewing me, guys. All right. Guys, I think I got to wrap it up tonight. I really do. I've had fun. It's been a good time. I gotta take care of some things, and I'll be here for the roundup tomorrow, and also tomorrow for the audit. We're gonna do the library audit, live streamed. Anything could happen. All right. All right, guys. So I love you. I love you all very much. Remember, it's not red versus blue. It's 1% versus you. Also, remember what ET once said: "Be good." Right. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for all the new subs and everything you guys do. Love every one of you. Hang on. Just relax.